Good evening and welcome back to Nexus Gaming Series. I am Bahamut, your caster. On the left-hand side, we're going to be having the members of Jailbait, and on the right, it is going to be gillyShark. This is a Division B East matchup. Hello, DJ. Where is Shogal? How are you doing? Thanks for coming by. I agree. Where is Shogal? We don't get to see enough of it. Glad to see some people popping up in chat already. We're going to go ahead and get right into this. But before we get right into this, we actually did have some map bans that did take place. So let's go ahead and pop over and take a peek at what those were. We did have the coin flip initially won by the members of Jailbait. They opted for first pick, giving the first map choice over to gillyShark. They banned out Battlefield of Eternity. Curse Hollow was banned out by Jailbait. And Tomb of Spider Queen will be our first map chosen. Members of gillyShark. We already have some bans taking place, so let's go ahead and pop back into our draft here. We have Samuro already being taken out. They don't want to see the sneaky samurai. Just even the team is just saying, oh no, our strategy. So they take out what gillyShark is known for, which is a very stark Samuro, a very strong Samuro. Hans are going to be taken out as well. Sorry, they're just in the draft chat. They're just going back and forth. It's ridiculous. Hanzo will be taken out. Really good poke and clear and also vision in the rotations, as the exploding arrow is really powerful. Sylvanas is another great band here as well for push power, wave lockdown, and clear. Joanna, same thing. We saw it a bunch over the weekend on the Tespa Collegiate series. It is really powerful, so taking that Joanna out, not a bad idea at all. You're casting the wrong game to see a Cho'Gall? I think so. Ramadi, what's up? Thanks for coming by, bud. Hope you're having a good day. I believe in Cho'Gall. I believe in always in Cho'Gall. I mean, it's Tomb of Spider Queen. This is definitely a map where we could see it happening. Diablo, the first pick on the side of Jailbait, showing a little bit of their draft in that sense, in the fact that it's going to be showing that they're going a little divey with that. And we'll see if they're able to hold with basically just that Diablo initiation, what they're going to pair with that. Tyrande picked up here. A Nubrak's still available. They could go for the 1-2 punch with the Nubrak, but they're holding off for now. Definitely going to be Cho'Gall now. No, Tyrande Raynor, not a bad idea at all. Raynor has been very good in the versatility for lane pushing, also getting some decent clear, and the push power with the Web Weavers with Hyperion. Or you can go right into the Raynor's Raider to just get the extra poke and continued chase and sustain damage. Dark is constantly sad, Panda. Yeah, I can see that too. Diablo going to be picked up here. They can go more dive, so they can pick up like a Greymane. And then, oh, actually, okay, so they go for Jaina Malfurion. Malfurion synergizes with Jaina because of the fact of the mana return that he can supply with the Invigorate. I think that's right. And she also has a great combo with Diablo if he goes Lightning Breath or even Apocalypse. Typically, we see Apocalypse with that Ring of Frost. Could see a Water Elemental for some extra damage. But we'll see how that shapes out. Also, just more lockdown with the Malfurion. So current lockdown and bursts all there. We'll see what else they're going to want to pair with that. They do need some extra damage. Banning out a Greymane wouldn't be horrible here, but Maiev, works as well. Dive heavy and strong in the sense that she can pair up with the Diablo. Has a lot good setup with the Umbral Bind. Warden's Cage is really annoying. Chestlitter Malthael. Apparently, that is a Chestlitter's Malthael incoming is too sexual for Twitch bot. Yeah, we went ahead and fixed that one there. Malthael going to be taken out, and actually Ramadi going to be calling it in chat and actually seeing it being banned out. So we could see something along the lines of a Junkrat. That is something that Chestlitter is very strong on. We could see some adaptations here, but Jinxie Cat is going to be going into the Arthas, and now we get a Rexxar. Chestlitter actually showing off this Rexxar, I want to say last week, and it was extremely powerful. I think it was on Battlefield, not Battlefield, Infernal Shrines. I'd have to go back and look, but we saw it before, and it's kind of strong. Not a bad idea at all. Orphea will be picked up, a lot more dive and burst. So technically, in a sense, they're doing double mage here with this Leoric and the solo lane into that Rexxar. Draining the health of Misha will be really great for Joe DiMaggio, and they also have that great wave clear with that Skeletal King. Last pickup, they're going to need something for wave clear. They could... I like the idea of a Kael'thas. That's something that's still available. Pairs well with the Raynor. There's some Gravity Lapses that have some setups. Arthas can benefit from that as well. Kael'thas isn't a bad idea. It's just not something we see too often. And the wave clear from Kael'thas isn't as powerful as what we have from like a Kael'thas. But Tassadar, gonna round out the team here. So double support. Hyper carry Raynor, essentially. Giggity, yeah. I like this draft from both sides, honestly. I think Jailbait's has got a really, really powerful draft here, and if they can execute, it's really gonna take them out. Please tag your channel 18 plus if you're gonna say stuff like that. I really do. I need to put this channel as mature since we're gonna be talking about Chess Looter's Malthion coming. That's weird. That's so weird. But we're gonna load in here in just a second. We'll get into this game number 1. Thank you all for hanging out. Thanks for cheering on the teams. Glad to see you all in here. No Cho'Gall this game. That's still a possibility down the road. Either way, we're loaded in just a second, and we'll get into Tomb of the Spider Queen on this map here. Between the two teams, the double mage could work because their wave clear is extremely strong and quick, and they also have big burst, but they're also going to be a little bit on the lower health department side, so it might be a tad difficult for them to get into some of those initiations with the double support. We'll find out here. Let's go ahead and get into our game. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Jailbait, with Joe DiMaggio going to be on the Leoric. We're going to be having Calaxy on the Jaina. Smug Dolphin will be on the Malfurion. Fragastellar will be on the Orphea, and H2O will round out the team on that Diablo. Apparently just Chess Looter. Yeah, our chat needs testing. On the right hand side, we got the members of gillyShark, with Stark going to be on the Raynor, Jinxie Cat on the Arthas, Kagekiri will be on the Tassadar, Chess Looter on that Rexar, and Kaimo Tripson on the Tyrande. How many? I have to keep allowing these through. Because I have to keep permitting Chess Looter, apparently. Which it keeps saying it's adding the term Chess Looter, but it's not. Oh, it's the parentheses are what you need to change now. All right, cool. Well, we go ahead, we get into this. Jinxie Cat gonna get a little bit of lockdown put onto her. Misha taking a lot of damage. Shadow Charge will confirm the kill, and that's gonna be Misha Bear going down right at the start of this game. And now the rotations begin as Rexar has no pet, and that they're gonna need that bear, but it shouldn't be too long until we see the Misha respawn popping up. Their death timers are extremely early in this game, and that's already going to be the case. We'll just take a peek at these rotations. Huge aggression coming out from H2O, but they're starting to get bursted down. That's going to be the Tassadar Beam and Raynor peppering them in. First kill for the members of gillyShark going to be going over on that Diablo. Rotation's going to be continuing now. That kill does give them a little bit extra gem count, because I do believe a kill gives you 3 extra gems in that sense. And Joe DiMaggio are going to get heckled by Misha, while Chess Looter is going to be able to, I guess Rexar is going to be able to clear out that backline and push up the wave. Really good rotation, and being able to kind of micro and macro that Misha around. Yeah. Now I'll never have to see There's going to be some sort of variation to Chess Looter again that's going to have to be fixed. But we have the Fragastellar going to get locked down by the Arthas Howling Blast there. Not going to be able to capitalize on the kill just yet. And it's just going to be rotations. Tomb of Spider Queen, a very slow starting map. It's just about grabbing these gems, not losing out on the rotation and experience in between these lanes, as well as also camp timing. That's a big factor, as well as we're actually going to be seeing both these left and right hand side picked up almost simultaneously. Bottom lane, we still have Joe DiMaggio and Chess Looter going into each other. It seems like it's just going to be pretty even, as Joe DiMaggio has. You can see that Spectral Leech going to be able to heal themselves back up off of Misha, and then she has the healing from Chess Looter, as you're seeing right there. So it's kind of an eternal battle in this bottom lane. This is going to be a faster clear coming out from that Rexar and Misha combo, though. Pushing in through the mid lane. We also have the 4s hitting for both sides. Looks like Jinxie Cat will be going back, getting full on mana and health, and they'll be prepping to potentially have a turn-in. Both teams are about 15 to 20 gems off, not too far, so we should be seeing some tactical plays around these turn-in points. Lunar Flare coming out from Kaimo Tripson to connect. We do only have half of the stacking. Thank you, Ramadi, for spamming for science. It seems like that was just the variation, just having Chess and Looter as one word together. Apparently that's derogatory somewhere in the world. Somehow, in some way, that's derogatory, but news to me, Twitch. We're just going to continue seeing the rotations, and a little bit of a turning coming in from the members of gillyShark. The focus goes out onto the Zarthus. A lot of burst will be there. They've got some good healing coming out, as well as shielding from Kagekiri, and Kaimo Tripson with the heals on that Tyrande are going to keep them alive. And now we just wait for Turn in availability. 9 gems off on the side of Jailbait. H2O trying to turn in 11 here. Nice root going to be coming out from Malfurion, catching Combo Chipson in the rotation. Tassadar with the poke as well as the follow-up Lunar Flare from Combo Chipson. Smug Dolphin and friends just want to push up this wave a little bit more, try and get some time for H2O to turn in. They could have someone anchor around right over here so that there aren't any sort of these sentinels coming out, but they do get the 11 turned in, but that is also going to be some free stacks for that Tyrande right there on that Lunar Blaze. Going to only need 15 more of those before finishing it out for the extended range. Nice root coming out from Smug Dolphin to catch Jinxie Cat, as well as 2 other members trying to step up and get onto the other players here. Not going to be able to follow up too much further than that. We do have 9 stacks already for Arthas on the, I believe it's Frost Presence at level 1? Yes. That's going to be actually the 10th right there. So they do get the extended range. I can't remember. I was trying to learn these earlier off the top of my head. So cooldown range and then rooting an enemy path. Okay, there we go. Kagekiri going to provide some vision. Jinxie Cat a little far away from the team, but they still have 2 supports over here, and that shouldn't be an issue for the big tanky Arthas. Be able to just go ahead and make these rotations once again and look for that turn in. Both. Thank you so much, Ramadi. I appreciate it. Thank you for figuring out the sexual names for Twitch. I don't know, but thanks. I appreciate that. Now we don't have to deal with Chess Looter getting his name blocked every single time it's said in chat. But that's weird because I feel like someone said Chess Looter's name in chat before and it wasn't an issue. Interesting. Anyways, Jinxie Cat going to take a lot of damage here, but able to walk right out of there. We can actually look through some of the other numbers as this game is progressing. We can take a look at some of the healing before we work our way into 10s. We do have the turn-in availability for both sides. Continue a little poke out from Kaimo Tripson here a little bit. Wait for some sort of engagement to pop off, but it's not going to be the case. They just back out. They're going to be looking around and waiting for a proper turn. And actually, they're going to be separating Jinxie Cat far away from the friendly team. There isn't much to keep them alive. Rex are going to be helping them out, but the team turns around and Fragastellar does go down. Orphea out of this engagement, and they try and push in for a little bit further. Not a lot of mana left on Stark. But they could pick up this kill into Smug Dolphin. Lunar Flare to zone out the Diablo here. They're chasing after this Malfurion, and a little extra damage from Stark confirms the kill. They also get the turn-in on top of that. So while they have 2 members down, the death timers are low. They can spawn these Web Weavers into lane, and they'll crash about midway down. There's no big advantage across the map for either side just yet. So they'll be landing midway. We'll see what they're able to do with the push power that they've achieved. You have 2 seconds on that Malfurion, who's just going to be popping up in the Hall of Storms. They pushed out mid lane. I think they're going to rotate into top, and that's going to be the name of the game right now, is just trying to open up and maybe have that boss pressure in their favor. 10s are not too far off for the members of gillyShark either. They're about a half a level ahead, maybe a little bit more. Kagekiri going to be just zoning out a little bit, also getting some vision, trying to see where they are. It's just the way I say Chess Looter eyebrows. Yeah, very, very lewd. Very lewd. They're going to be stepping in here. A lot of damage going into Jinxie Cat. They know they got to take this fight before they hit those 10s, and this is exactly where they want to do that. Knockback from Stark going to keep them from stepping up too far here. But Galaxy, a little bit low, needs to get some healing from Smug Dolphin. And meanwhile, the Web Weavers are still pretty healthy in top lane. Bottom lane is going to get cleared out, but that will be Orphea going down. That's also going to be the Starfall. Malfurion to follow here. As a very, very good double pick off as the Web Weaver still pushes through top lane. That Force Wall coming out from Kagekiri and Raynor with a 3rd kill. Another Lunar Flare to connect onto H2O, and that is huge pressure in favor for gillyShark. They still have this Web Weaver in top lane. They're going to be able to just siege in through mid, and then bottom lane, they just have Chess Looter once again. Which team do you think has the better draft? I thought that the damage and the burst and the wave clear coming out from Jailbait was a lot stronger. And I thought that as long as they stayed on their rotations and didn't give over any early game kills, it's a very strong game for their team, so long as they don't get their backline whittled down. But that's exactly what's happening. We can actually take a peek over to the deaths, and we're seeing that Orphea, Malfurion, Jaina, those members are getting whittled down and actually getting popped and getting picked off. There was an early Diablo kill as they collapsed in some of the rotations, but that's really the thing that I was expecting to come out from them. And I think that's actually going to be back-to-back Web Weaver turn in phase for the members of gillyShark, as we can see those Red Weaver bars charging up in the bottom right of our screen. That's big for them because the lane's already pushed up, and you can see this top lane's already sieged through, so they could stack up a little bit harder and try and push in for a keep. Mid lane's opened up a little bit, and it's about the same spot, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Boss lane is that top lane, so we often do see the pressure going from top for late game Web Weavers tied in with that boss and try and end through the keep or even just straight into core. We'll see what the play works out to be. Now, they can see that they're a little far out in mid. I guess not too far out, but what I'm saying is here, there's a place for them to get flanked here, so being that far forward is a little risky. They do take down the bottom lane fort. That is also going to be Stark down there as well. 10s are here for both sides, though. We do have that Ring of Frost Apocalypse combo. We have the Eternal Feast. They are showing in lane that they're making this rotation. They're trying to come down here. Joe DiMaggio backs out. This is also one of the heroes that isn't the easiest to gank, as Joe DiMaggio, sitting with 35 gems, will be able to just use that Wraith Walk right out of there and be able to dump their body further down the lane. But with 13 talent here over them, Jailbait needs to play this a little bit slow, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing a great job of just turtling up and saying, you know what, we're going to give over some front gate, we're going to give over some structures, we don't want to give over too much here as they dive in, and that's going to be the Eternal Feast comes out with the Entomb as well. They take out Misha. That's going to be so much healing onto Rexar, but they go down as well. So a 1-for-1.5 trade kind of deal. And it's a solo laner for, wow, nice triple Lunar Flare coming out. They don't take out too much more in this push right here on the side of gillyShark. They don't have another turn in. They need 20 more gems in their favor. Top lane got opened up a little bit, mid lane as well, and bottom lane only had a fort go down. I think gillyShark's is easier to execute, but Double Mage has some serious blow potential. I agree, Ramadi. And that's a lot of what I was thinking is gillyShark has a lot of combos. Like, there's the Howling Blast, there's Misha for a stun, there's Tyrande with the Lunar Flare. You also have the knockback from Raynor. There's going to be Tessar with the Force Wall. So there's a lot of good tools on the side of gillyShark, and it's not a crazy composition where it's just that they're winning through single combos onto targets. Blowing up that individual target and then moving in further has been the game plan. It seemed to work out for them very well. Denying this turn is huge as well. 97 gems are sitting on the side of Jailbait, and they still have 22 already turned in. They've got 45 in the bank on the side of gillyShark, trying to get those in, I guess, the bank itself. And they'll just grab this mid lane pressure just to at least give them something to pull them away from these Web Weaver turn-in areas, as well as push them into that 13 talent tier. It's even talent, so they can try and go for the turn-in. Jinxie Cat scouting out in this bush. We have the Sentinel out from Chymotrypsin. H2O with 45 gems. You can see Misha right here. They know that they're on this bottom point. Kage is going to be able to get in there, but that's going to be Misha jumping in first. They're chasing after this bear. The healing goes out. It's a lot of damage, but they're not going to be able to get anything with that. That's going to be H2O still trying to turn in here. Force Wall separates Joe DiMaggio from the team. H2O still trying to get the turn in, but that will be Misha jumping in once again for the interrupt. 103 gems sitting on the side of Jailbait. They're trying to get these turned in, and they force them away. That's also going to be the Lunar Flare connecting onto Diablo. Force Wall. Eternal Feast goes, and they're turning around onto this, but they separate. That's a lot of gems dumped out. Also, the Apocalypse, I believe, came out from Diablo. They do lose their souls, so they'll be able to come right back, and that is blue Web Weaver turn in phase, but look how far up these waves are. The Web Weavers will descend as far as your minion wave has pushed up, so this top lane is going to land right by its keep. Mid lane's about the same thing, as it's right by their fort, and then bottom lane is a little past the keep. They're just trying to push out in some of these waves, but the other thing too is this gives them this gives a pause moment in the game for the members of Jailbait. They say, all right, we can recuperate, we can allow a little bit of time to get some sort of lane control in a sense, but this also gives time for gillyShark to pick up their 16s, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing in just a second here, as they'll be able to clear out the top lane. Rexar also going to be finishing that level 4 Hunter-Gatherer Misha there. And there's 18 stacks on that Lunar Flare. Chymotrypsin only needing 2 more. Jinxie Cat only needs 2 more seconds within the Eternal Wastes, right? Frozen Wastes. This is going to be the Leoric getting the Wraith Walk right out of there. That Force Wall not going to be able to lock them in there. And bottom lane did get pushed out quite a bit. These late game Web Weavers really siege in, and they don't get burned down as quickly as the early game ones that you often do see, where you kind of let them go and the wave will actually push out against it. Sentinel going to be going up. They have turn-in availability. 60 gems on the side of Jailbait, but they've got the same thing on the side of gillyShark. They can try and get the turn-in themselves, and they've actually effectively just zoned them out with just their 16 talent tier. Other Sentinel going to be coming out for some vision, and Stark going to get a little turn-in. They have just to get a little bit more, and that's going to be Chess Leader and Kage Carry finishing that out.
My magic is yours.
That's why. All right. Something wasn't on in the background. All right, there we go. 15 to 17 in levels. This is just going to be the Tassadar clearing up mid lane a little bit more. Top lane going to be pressed up. We Bottom lane, not so much the case. Doesn't seem like it's going to be favored at all from the members of gillyShark. We're just going to have Kage pushing in through this mid lane. That's also going to be the Raider trying to take out that side gate a little bit, but this is a lot of pressure already amounting through top. They can take out mid very quickly and then rotate up here. Leoric has, I think, already come back. They said, let's leave bottom lane. It's not that big of a deal. And yeah, you can see this. Kage is going to be just baiting out H2O just a little further out of their lane. They get the clear into that. That's going to be Unleash the Boars for the slow here. They get the keep and they're going to back out. That Webweaver's fairly healthy. They could try and step up, but I don't think that's what they want to go for here. Bottom lane is still fairly healthy. They don't have another Webweaver turn-in phase with this, but they're just going to posture up for the boss right after. With everyone kind of sitting at the core, this could be a quick snap play that they can get done. But if they sniff this out, that'll be huge. And actually, Webweaver going to be left there. Are they going to start rotating? I was wondering if they're already starting to rotate over to it. Just going for the wave clear. I think they know. You can see them mounting up. The boss is going to be called. Sentinel goes out. They know that they're coming in. They leash the boss. They back off and they say, you know what? That boss can go back to full health. We don't want to, give over our advantage. The other thing too is bottom lane currently has catapults and minions pushing in, but there's a huge fight up here. Eternal Feast goes out, but that's Diablo with no souls. The Entomb coming out from Leoric to keep Jinxie Cat inside, and the Eternal Feast keeps going on, and they get a 1-for-1 trade, tank for tank. Misha with the lockdown. Leoric goes down, Unleash the Boars goes out to slow them down. Galaxy with the ice block right there, but that might have just sealed their doom as they go down. They chase after Smug Dolphin. Stark with the repeated fire, and now Fragistellar is going to 1v1 Raynor, but with that range in the Hyperion, and the Raider, that's going to be enough. They actually force wall the gems, and they'll back off and go for boss now, as this is an easy tool that they can try and push into core with. 30 seconds across, 20 seconds for the majority of the team. They'll have Diablo up in a couple seconds with 58 souls, but they're gonna have to just make a core defense. They do need quite a few more gems on the side of gillyShark for another turn-in, so I don't know if they're gonna be trying to go for the double here, or if they're just going to be pushing in the boss and maybe going for a separate keep just to have extra pressure. And it seems like the mid lane play is the call for now. Jaina going to be up right now, Malfurion not too far behind, and Orphea just trailing behind her on the respawn timing. Boss is up in that top lane. Misha, Stark, and Chesley are going to be anchoring for this. We do also have Jinxie Cat back, so they'll be able to rotate in through mid lane. This is going to be the keep getting shredded. They start to turn onto this. The top lane boss has worked its way onto the core. Jinxie Cat still rotating in. There's a little bit of a feign here. It looks like they're going to try and end on this on the side of gillyShark. Some autos going to be going out into the core, dropping that shielding a little bit quicker. Boss still fairly healthy, but they're just chunking through it. And now with the core below 50%, they set their sights on the core. That's also going to be the Starfall out and Tomb from Joe DiMaggio. Everything's being used. That is going to be the Ring of Frost, but game number 1 goes over to gillyShark. GG. Well played. Righty. Let's turn that work a couple. All right. That was a great game 1. Whew. Oh, before I could even answer or even ask them. Cool. Go ahead and show the stats really quick as I update some background things. Alrighty. Cool beans. Let's go ahead and pull this away. Hi, everybody. What a great game number 1. Let's also update the team score. Oop. Alright, we got that one. And let's go ahead and get into our next match. We already have the game here, which is awesome. They've got that information right to me. I'm trying to find it and I cannot. There we go. Sure, all the background music's playing. Cool, cool, cool. It was a good game 1. Gonna go there and then aim, invite to game. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the matches that we have here. We'll do a replay cast after this match. We'll find something interesting for you all. I'll probably do what I've been doing in the past, which is polling the chat and just seeing what division you want to see casted. I think we've got, let me see right here really quick. Where's the cast my I lose like half of the channels here. I always forget where. There it is. It's above the channel I was in. There's Div B West, there's Div D West, there's Division A, there's Division D West, there's Division D East, Division D West, Division C East, Division D, Division C, Division Z. A lot of Division D and C, and a little bit of A and a B or two peppered in there. So I'll leave that up to all of you, what you want. Make sure the right person has the hat. And we'll go from there. We'll find out what everyone wants. If not, I'll just look at one and grab one. Doesn't matter that much. I just want to give you the games that you want to watch. Alright, ready out from one team. We'll get going into game number 2, and that's already going to be... Wow, okay, the readies are fast. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get into this. Let's get into game number 2 here. It's just Stark. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am Bahamut, your caster. On the left-hand side, we've got Jailbait, and on the right, it is going to be gillyShark up a game in this best-of-3 series. And if you're wondering how we got to Volskaya Foundry here, well, let me update you on the map choices and such. We had the coin flip initially won by the members of Jailbait. They opted for first pick. So we have map choice over to the side of gillyShark. They banned out Battlefield of Eternity. Cursed Hollow was banned out by the members of Jailbait. Tomb of Spider Queen was the first map chosen by gillyShark and won by them. Volskaya Foundry would be our map number 2, chosen by Jailbait. Let's go ahead and get back into this draft as we have a little longer hesitation on this ban phase here. It looks like they'll be deciding a little bit longer on what they actually want to be grabbing for, or at least taking out of this game. Once again, it will be that Hanzo though. They don't want to have that in any way, shape, or form. Poking in, pressuring, getting some sonic arrows for vision, as well as the scatter arrows, quite annoying to deal with. Overall, not a bad choice whatsoever. Oh, let's see. Hanzo ban. Do they ban at the Samuro? Stark is eternally crying. Orphea will be banned out. That was something that they don't want to deal with again. And on Volskaya Foundry, it's a pretty strong tool. They don't have that first pick for that Diablo, so we'll see what they actually prioritize over on the side of gillyShark. Is this going to be another Joanna ban? Do they try and take out the Joanna that we've seen Jinxie Cat play quite a bit of, and she looks extremely solid on? Well, plays it a lot, so these looks like it might be target bans. We'll see. What we actually get here is this is going to be finishing out. But Tyrande, they don't want to deal with combo trips since Tyrande, which means that they're going to be having to pick up a Stukov or... That is a, like, 1 millisecond snap on Sylvanas, and not only has Sylvanas seen a lot of great changes ever since her rework, there's also the factor of the mercenary buff that she has with Mercenary Queens. 60%. Arthas is going to be picked up on the side of Jailbait. You're going to be taking that away from the members of gillyShark and Stukov as well. Okay, that's a great combination. Howling Blast into Lurking Arm, great synergies there, but Sylvanas has great synergies, as I was mentioning before. The Mercenary Queen being able to buff those fortification camps by 60%. I believe it affects the Biotic emitter. Also, you'll be able to, buff the siege camp that pushes in through top lane. So, strong start for them on the side of gillyShark. Joanna Malthael. Realistically here, Jailbait, I would maybe look to ban out like Alex Straza or something. That would be extremely powerful for them. She has great point control, but Ana, not a bad idea either. She has seen a lot of priority lately, so just going to be taking out those top tier healers on the side of Jailbait. They've got the Arthas, they've got a Stukov, some things to pair into that. I don't know, they could just take out a mage just to get rid of that, or they could, I don't know about the Leorc if it's worth banning out. They actually take out a Vala. And don't want to deal with the rapid auto attacks coming out from her that sustain damage. Okay. Odd priority for Vala. Curious about that. Arthas Stukov though. they'll need some other things to synergize with this. Ring of Frost from Jaina is not a bad idea if they wanted to roll into that, or they could go into something like a Li Ming. Arthas, or excuse me, Varian gonna be picked up. Ariel as well. Ariel. Double support. So now they're running double support into the members of gillyShark. Does gillyShark respond with a double support composition here? They've got Sylvanas Malthael. Could go for like a damage build Lily. I mean, the blinds aren't going to be that important. They have a lot of auto attacks already. No mage damage just yet, but that will be a Medivh and a Brightwing. So in a sense, yeah, they do pull out a double support composition. I guess you could say with how the roles are all reworked. Brightwing is more of a healer. I have to solidify those roles as well. I'm still on the old role set. Last pick, though, coming out. They're going to need something for that Ariel. Maybe like a Gul'dan. That's a really strong charging or battery, per se, as you can say. Maybe that's the reason we saw the Vala being banned out. Maybe this is a map where they often do run that Ariel. And Vala composition by Azul Jin. That bad guy coming into this game. Yup, I like that. Good luck in your match, DJ. Best of luck. I hope you win. I'll probably still be here afterwards. So come by and let me know. But good luck. I like that. I like that Zul'jin a lot, actually. I think that's really cool. As a battery for Ariel, I'm enjoying that. Between the two teams, the Zul'jin might give gillyShark a run for their money. It's going to come down to stacking, as well as how they build the Zul'jin and what value they get with that Ariel as well. Double support composition, pretty strong here, so you can build that Ariel a little aggressive and more in the category of kind of a support in, or I guess more utility role, I guess you could say, is being able to knock away blinds at the center of Sweeping Strike. Either way, I'm excited about this. Let's go ahead and get into this. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Jailbait down a game, but trying to take us to game number 3. We've got Galaxy on the Ariel. We'll have Joe DiMaggio going to be on the Arthas. The rest of the team's going to be over by the front gate with H2O on the Varian. Fragastellar on that Zul'jin. Nice skin combo right there with the... Look at that combo. That is very good. And we're going to also have Smug Dolphin on the Stukov. On the right-hand side, we got the members of gillyShark with Jinxie Cat on the Joanna, Kage Kiri on that Sylvanas, Chess Looter going to be on the Malthael. We'll have Camo Chipson on that Brightwing, and Stark will be portaling them forward on the Medivh. Let's go ahead and peek at some of our level 1s. Unfurling Shadows for the Sylvanas. Headhunter. Headhunter for the Zul'jin, so going to be trying to get those kills, and we'll have that Lion's Fang for H2O right there on that Varian. Maybe going into the Taunt build here. We'll see if they're going to maybe doing Taunt or if they're going to go into the Colossal Smash. Jinxie Cat almost getting rooted there, just going to have to back right off. And Medivh sitting at 5 stacks already, also same amount on the Unfurling Shadows for Kage Kiri. Portal going to have it for the angle just to go right into top lane, and they'll just sweep past them on this rotation. The nice thing is it kind of mitigates the need for mounting, those mounting moments. So it's a small rotational advantage, which it just keeps them away from Zul'jin. And that's the big thing you want to do here, is you want to try and clear out the wave before Zul'jin can stack off of you in that wave. Also, if you're not fighting the enemy team in said wave, there's no way for Zul'jin to get to even stack their level 1. Blind's going to be going out as well. A little risky, though, picking that Zul'jin into the Joanna. It's going to be a little difficult, in a sense, to be getting some of that auto attack damage if you are just going to be hurling plastic axes, I guess we can call them at that point. Chess Looter sitting in this bush here to make sure that no one rotates in on the friendly team as they're on that camp. Joe DiMaggio going to have free reign in bottom while that happens, but the wave is already pushed up, so it's no big deal. Portal forward onto this point. They're going to stop the charge for now. Knock back into the wall onto Stark. We have them going, and that will be the poly onto one member. A lot of good damage coming out from Chess Looter. H2O taking quite a bit here. Galaxy needs to back off. This point still hasn't been charged over for either side. Brightwing with the cleanse, but now H2O so very low. Knockback onto one, and that will be first kill of the game over to the gillyShark. Portal forward aggressively here as Galaxy's getting chased by Chess Looter. And I don't think that... I was about to say, I don't think they're going to be able to get the kill, and they aren't. And that also will be the biotic emitter picked up by Stark. Really great aggression coming out from gillyShark in this game number 2, stealing that camp away at the last second. And with that slight with that kill advantage and the slight rotation advantage that they've had, at least picking up some of the experience from these minion waves, they are going to be about a level ahead already. We can actually take a peek at where that experience is coming from. It's mostly through the mercenaries, as they've stolen both of those away. It's actually completely through the, and about 600 from the minions as well, but it's just those little things, they really start to trickle in, and we can see that that level lead's already taken place, and so it's very quick movement and rotations coming out from gillyShark. Strong team in this game right here. See what they're able to do as the control point unlocks. Stukov going to be able to just try and lock down one there. They're also, I don't think, no, they won't be stacking up anything at level 1. No fetid touch for them. Also, that will be the taunt on the variant. Polymorph is there from Camo Chipson on that Brightwing. And Furling Shadows goes out, stack a little bit more. They don't go in for the level 4. They're not going to be going into the Mercenary Queen. They're going to Possession on that Sylvanas. They're going to be trying to steal away minions. But Chest Looter going to be just trying to dive through here, and does not make it through that portal. Not able. They were trying to basically mark the enemies and then swap to the other side, but it wasn't meant to be, and this is going to be the point control given over to the side of Jailbait. Banshee's over the wall, but that's also going to be Death Timer's extremely low, so Chestlooter will be able to respawn. They're already back up. It's going to be Kage clearing out through top lane, going to push them closer to that 7 talent tier, as they've evened up the experience with all of the kind of slow plays that have happened. Also, that kill, as the game has progressed here, is going to get them quite bolster in their experience. Other thing to note is that Medivh is sitting at 20 out of the 40 Master Touch stacks. I guess Arcane Rift stacks. Master Touch was the old, I believe, talent for it. So you're going to need still 20 more. Portal forward. Jinxie Cat going to be walking in there. There's going to be the taunt going out onto Stark. A lot of damage coming out as well. Protection status, by the way. Phase shift from Camo Chips and 7 talent tier is here. And Joe DiMaggio going to be rotating in. They've knocked them off the point. They've stopped the channel in their favor. Portal forward for Stark here. Doesn't look like they're going to be having anyone jump forward just yet. Everyone's sitting on the point. And now it's going to be control back over onto the side of gillyShark. Back off and look for their 7 talent tier on the side of Jailbait. And it's pretty much, that's the best thing you can do in this situation. Hold on, you can even try and get a kill. Cleanse goes out as well as a protection status. Now they're going to be stepping up onto this. Chest Looter going to be on the point. Jinxie Cat trying to anchor for the team. 39% and rising for the members of gillyShark. They only need another 27 on the side of Jailbait to finish out their Triglav Protector, so this is a point that you want to contest as much as possible. Medivh going back into bird form, just going to drop out and just trying to get a few more stacks. Portal to the backside, they're trying to get into that support range here. Jinxie Cat with the back and forth, and nice use from it from Chest Looter, but the portal will end. That's going to be a huge brawl breaking out. Biotic Emitter will be dropped as well. Silence going to be out. Joe DiMaggio trying to anchor and put them into this corner. Phase shift coming out from Camo Chipson onto one of the members. Nobody is dying. Everyone's just so low, but Joe DiMaggio split from the team. Chest Looter looks like they're trying to get the chase onto them. Taunt goes out onto Camo Chipson. They're not able to make it out alive. Arthas, the protection status is there, so Arthas does go down, and 99% over to the members of gillyShark. They stop the charge going over to the other side, and now they want to pressure into this. There's a huge condemn coming in. Nice knockback into the wall. Chest Looter going to be trying to jump in as well. Portal forward. They're looking for someone here as they're going to get the taunt onto one. Stukov does go down. And that's going to be the Triglav Protector going over to gillyShark. Also to note that Stark did finish out the Arcane Rift baseline quest, so they do not need to worry about that anymore. It is going to disappear off of our little bar right there, as they are going to be sitting in the Triglav Protector, so it shows 0 stacks for things. Also to note that Kage Kiri is sitting at 75 stacks on that Unfurling Shadows, which I believe is 0.5%. So you can just half that, and that's the increased damage amount. Zul'jin will be going down here. That's a hard spot to be in because you want to be there stacking onto that Triglav Protector. This is a great moment to be handing out axes from a distance to get that burn. Now the Triglav Protector just roots up into top lane, and they'll be able to get the clear onto this well, maybe even take out the... Actually, nice use here, just going to be diving onto the gate, at least have an exit. They also want to make sure they take out this well for the sustain in the point that's going to be coming up in a little bit. Still have to go through this Triglav and then the full timer. Intents are going to be here also for the members of gillyShark. So they can try and pressure in a little bit further once this Triglav drops. And you can see Jinxie Cat pushing up the wave. Be helping out a couple members here. Smug Dolphin rotating in as well. And Stukov is going to try and get that silence out underneath so they don't have any sort of... It just stalls them in the escape a little bit. Oh, wait, no, they start to portal forward here. This is going to be Smug Dolphin in a bit of a bad spot. They do have their heroics as well, so they're just trying to get Smug Dolphin low for a last right stack. Huge Leyline Seal comes out, and they just use this as disengage, and that will be Fort down in top, Fort down in mid. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Kagekiri going to be pushing this out quite a bit. Possession goes through, and they're going to be sealing over these minions to press into their own wave. And that's going to be this bottom lane getting opened up quite a bit more, which is a huge thing for the members of gillyShark. Okay, I had to chug tea. Whew. The pacing from these teams is really, really good. That's the thing, is like it's so back and forth, and they're responding so well to each other. It's just gillyShark is able to get a one-up in a lot of these fights consistently. They're not dropping down to anyone. That protection stats coming out from Medivh is so powerful, as well as the cleanses coming out from Tripson on that Brightwing. The team cleanse is huge. Now H2O going to get caught in a position here. They do have the protection stats themselves. Blinds go out. Taunt goes onto one. Mouthy on a bit of a bad spot, but that is going to be the portal forward. Massive shove comes out, but it doesn't connect. Kagekiri jumps through the portal, but they actually find Joe DiMaggio here. Kage actually goes right back through the portal once again. That is going to be the Crystal Aegis onto one to save him for now. Wailing Arrow comes out from the backline. Kagekiri trying to get this burst damage. Fragastellar takes so much. They have to pop Tostingo so they don't go down, and now Stark trying to chase in. Gonna get the back and forth on that, and it looks like that's gonna be the disengage. Lot of close plays right there for both sides, but no one goes down. And just some heroic buttons pushed there. We still have Leyline Seal from that Medivh, and it looks like they want to try and aggress onto this point. Well, they know that they're a little split there. I think so we can hear the we can hear Medivh right there just claiming to want the games to begin right there. A lot of damage going into Chest Leader. The portal's going to be there. Jinxie Cat going to be knocked into the wall. If they can try and get into that portal, that'd be huge for them. Massive shove goes onto one, and they back right out of there. That was an odd play. Leyline Seal goes out, I think, just to kind of zone, thinking they were just going to aggress once again into this point through that corridor. Top lane is still pressured up, so they need to deal with that in a minute. More damage is going to be just coming out. Sylvanas sitting at 100 stacks, so that's 50% extra damage coming out. That's big. Like, I've seen that number get so high, and we just saw the poison spread to Zul'jin. Really, really big numbers on that. The big factor, though, Fragastellar sitting at 29 out of the 30 stacks on the You Want Axe baseline. That will extend the range by 1.1, so they'll be able to stay a little bit further away in these fights. That'll charge up Aura a little bit easier, as well as keep them a little bit safer. But these portals from Medivh are really targeting a couple of these backline members, as it also, you can see them come out right away, and they just have the panic. Howling Blast through, a little back and forth from Jinxie Cat, and they'll make it out just fine. Point B will be opening up in just a second here. Boom, portal forward. That's going to be H2O trying to dive in. Back right out. I was like, wait a minute. No, we're good. Pulls in from, oh wow, Wailing Arrow coming out as well. They move forward. Kagekiri spreading so much of that damage with the Unfurling Shadows there. That will be the stasis, so that onto Smug Dolphin. They're trying to keep them alive, but that will be the Lacerates ripping them. Leyline Seal onto a couple members here, so both supports are out. Tostingo is available. They have that unkillable for a couple seconds here, and they need to make sure that it doesn't get the death onto them, and exactly that. So Medivh does go down. No stacks lost, but they do get the Zul'jin, a 1-for-1 trade. No one's sitting on that point just yet. Turret's still up and available, and that is going to be varying, going down to the poison from Kagekiri. Still, no one grabbing. We can see the pings for it, but no one going to be grabbing it, as Kage going to be trying to push up this top lane a little bit further with Jinxie Cat, and she can't grab it because, well, she's got that biotic emitter. They throw Tripson on there because that's probably the best person to have on that point, as they can just phase shift into the friendly team as needed. Just holding over top lane. Mid lane's going to be pressured out by Chest Looter. Bottom won't be really adjusted for a little bit here. 15 to 12 in levels, and we can actually take a peek at some of the other numbers. Another biotic emitter will be focused on by the members of gillyShark. Galaxy does have some vision on this, but if they get caught out of position, that could be a little risky. Just going to get that detainment strike onto them just to push them away. Phase shift in from Brightwing. Going to reveal the area, just going to use that peekaboo. They can jump right back onto the point. Not in time, so they'll have to go through the whole charge process, but here's the thing, 13 to 15. I know it's not same level, but at least it's the same talent tier. Fragastellar walking right by that portal, saying, "You won't portal forward. My whole team's here." Stark just gonna be seeing that point. I don't think they're gonna try and forfeit this. They're trying to take a fight, trying to catch Jinxie Cat here. The Detainment Strike issue will push them further away. Fragastellar popping that Armani Rage, and that's also going to be the Leyline Seal to deny this. They jump in to the Trigla Protector, and now they just use that to aggress right into them. Joe DiMaggio taking so much damage. That is going to be the taunt onto one, and now the Lacerates connect. That will be the Arthas Soul Ripped. Galaxy is in their backline of the entire Shark crew. Crystal Aegis on self buys a second or two, but that will be Chest Looter able to get that last hit in there. Actually, Tripson going to steal that kill away. And now they move in through top lane as they try and take out this top lane keep. 13 to 16 in levels. You want to go for... with the posturing that they have and also the percentage left onto this Trickler Protector, I don't think that they can go for core. What this does do, though, is they'll be able to take down this keep, which is going to be some nice pressure onto them. Hold on the portal forward here. They could go for a kill. That's going to be a lot of damage onto Varian. They get taken out there. Joe DiMaggio is going to be... oh, wait. Leyline Seal goes out, and they're actually just trying to back out now. They need to get some damage onto this keep. It's not going to happen. They jump the Biotic Emitter. Howling Blast goes out. They have the portal, and that's going to be Stark going back into the back line here. Knock into the wall. They're trying to get by their portal. They're able to get out. The Toss Dingo goes out. Now that there's no keep, they're able to push past this and try and get that another stack onto those last rights because they know that that's not their. Galaxy taking so much damage. Chest Looter trying to go forward here, but the Nexus is right there, and they can heal right up. This is a bit of a rough spot to play in. They'll go through the portal, they'll back out. And it's just going to be the... damage out onto the core. They don't take any percent damage. Just a little bit of shielding knocked out, and Rotation's coming back out. Siege Camp gonna be focused, and it's 16 talent tier in favor for the members of in favor for the members of gillyShark. They're really spread here. Leyline Seal comes out. They've got some setup lurking arm underneath it. Taunt goes out on to Stark. The Wailing Arrow's going to be there as well in time. Massive shove onto one of the members, and they need to actually get their tank right back in. This H2O so very low. That's going to be the last rights onto Ariel. They go down as well as Varian. Fragistellar's trying to just dump the damage, and that's going to be Stark taking an axe to the face. This is going to be the camp cleared out, and do they steal? I don't know if they had possession stacks available, but I think they just, they'll push out this wave a little bit, and they're trying to end through this. They've got 4 members up and available. Medivh's the only one down. Not the biggest seizure, so it's not the biggest deal to lose them. But just for some protection status coming out, as well as those portal forwards into the backline. We just have those hammers coming out from Jinxie Cat. They're just focusing on core. The silence is out as well from Stukov, forcing them back up a little bit because they can't use that Iron Skin, and they just say, you know what, it's not worth it. Can't really do anything here. This does give them time just to burn in a sense until the next Triglav is up and available so that they can set up for that. They'll just back off and go ahead and grab some camps as everyone's back up and alive. They don't have Medivh just yet, so they could try and play this a little aggressive, but without their 16 talent here, I think they're just going to play it safe. They're not going to go in for any sort of aggression. And actually, no, they're going for this aggression, but I don't think they're going to be able to get there in time. Detainment Strike goes out. Jinxie Cat just slowing them down here. Root goes out as well. Oh, wow. Taunt. Everything going to be used, and that's going to be the Unstoppable. And they try and nice Leyline Seal. I believe that we actually just saw the Blessed Shield come out as well. Taunt coming out from Stark right there, and Point C is up and available. The one thing I do want to note, how many last right stacks does he have? 3. He has 3 last right stacks already. That's pretty good. What's up, Criff? How you doing? Thanks for coming by, bud. How are your games going? Get any championships yet? Savannah's going to be grabbing the camp in the top right. Jinxie Cat over on this right-hand side as well. They're just going to be popping that Iron Skin just in case they were trying to chase in on that. That will be Brightwing finishing that out. Going to Hearth back. They do have that phase shift, so they can just jump onto the friendly team. Chestlooter already sitting on the point. Now Joe DiMaggio and crew, they got to make a play for this. This is exactly the kind of I wouldn't say exactly the same spot, but it's the same spot they were in a couple minutes ago, where this is just going to be pressure in a lot of the lanes, but they don't have the advantage talent tier on the other side. So portal right out of there. They got about 34%. They're going to be pressuring up the top and mid lane. I wonder, this is a bit of a slow play coming out from gillyShark. Maybe they're just going to be focusing in on getting those 20s as well as trying to pull a member or two back to this core here. We can actually see Kemo Tripson does have that phase shift, so they'll be able to just join the friendly team at any point. Kagekiri not so much, but pressuring in this double lane is going to split them up a little bit here. H2O jumping back up on the point. No charge for either team. 19's almost here as Kage is going to be pushing in a little bit harder. Howling Blast comes out from Joe DiMaggio. Meanwhile, Brightwing is just walking a group into the core here. Joe DiMaggio is going to be popping the Army of the Undead, trying to chase Kagekiri. Gets the Howling Blast. They start to turn around. The Wailing Arrow comes out. They're trying to get the burst between the two. They drop the turret as well. Phase Shift goes in, and they both go down. But this is still going to be some damage going out into the core. Meanwhile, in the bottom here, we have them getting pushed off. That will be 20 talent tier in favor for the members of gillyShark. But look at this top lane. 2 catapults on core. 16 minutes in. We don't have a Hearth out from either side. side. As long as they can stall this out, even if they all go down, that'll be huge for them. They do have the Crystal Aegis. That buys a little bit of time. Chest Looter will be going down. Malthael going to have the last right stacks go out, but they do not get the stack that they need. That's going to be the Silence out. That's also going to be a Leyline Seal going out to lock them down, and oh, they find that last axe. But here's the thing. They stopped him from hearthing, and that's going to be gillyShark taking game number 2. GG. Well played. Whew. GG. Interesting bans. Very interesting bans. Hey, Fragastellar. There is a delay, though. Fortunately. A little early. Alright, let's pull this away and let's see. I can't spell, apparently. All right. All right, well, we'll get Kymo Chips in here in just a second. Hit the scores. Also, now would be a great time to let me know what kind of games you like to see next. We're going to be doing replay casts after this. So let me know if you want to see Division D, Division B, Division C, Division A. What tickles your fancy. But we're going to be going ahead and getting an interview with Kymo Tripson at this moment. Congratulations on your 2-0 victory. How you feeling?
Excellent. It was quite a series. We did a lot of research for these guys, and I've been practicing Toronto like basically nonstop since November.
Subscribe.
1 year
and I was
post
just
on.
wondering, like, everybody else on the team in NGS has gotten a respect ban, like, except me. So I just want one time, so I got to pull out the Brightwing.
I was loving that. It was so good to actually see the Brightwing get pulled out. Now, I gotta ask about this before I forget, because I know I'm going to. Also, just really quickly, thanks so much to Stark for the 10 sub donations to people in chat. Holy crap, thank you so much. Let's talk about that Vala ban that happened. Why Vala?
So, looking through their stats, we saw that they liked to play double support Vala, either with like an Arthas Stukov and a high priority.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they had played it once on Volskai and once on Tomb. So, and we in our research we figured that Fragstellar was the person to target ban as their carry.
Oh.
And so at mid bans, when we saw the Arthas Stukov,
You were like,
Stark decided to call their bluff. He's like, I think it's double support Vala. And his Vala was really scary in the games that we watched, like insane amounts of hero damage, so we just took it off, and it looks like that's what they were trying to do and had to go with the Zul'jin instead.
oh my god. The Zul'jin was really cool, and it did get a lot of good value in the late game as it was so stacked up.
I would much rather have played against their Zul'jin than their Vala, to be honest. Like,
That Zul'jin was still so insanely scary.
got work done.
It did. Now, game number 1 on Tomb of Spider Queen, it was really, really good rotations. They had a couple moments where they had some momentum coming in, and they had a really good Ring of Frost, Eternal a Hunger, or Eternal Feast, and Tomb, all of that. Was there any moment where you're a little scared of that blow-up that was going to be coming in, or were you just like, all right, we got this, recuperate, and just bring it back into the bring the game back?
So we had that on the loading screen talk of, if they get the team fight at level 10, we're all dead and we lose the game. So we made sure that 1 through 9 we got as much value as we could on the map, and then as soon as they hit 10, we did our best to scatter so that their combo would hit like at most 1, maybe 2 people if you include Misha with the Entomb, because it was either the Entomb or the Diablo Engage that was going to be setting up for that wombo without the Crushing Jaws. So as long as we kept basically the support and Tassadar out of the combo, we were pretty confident we'd be able to save whoever got caught. But we were unable to, as you know, Rexar died for the cause and Jinxie died for the cause. But We just had to split and be cognizant of where they were, with Tacit Our Vision and the Owls really helping out with keeping us safe.
It was really good overall. They were a blast to cast. I had so much fun with these games. Before I let you go, any shouts that you'd like to give? The floor is yours.
Yeah, so shout out to Gillyweed as always, cheering us on. And shout out to Stark for the Bahamut subs in chat. We love watching you. We love having our games casted. Shout out to you, your beard, and Bandit.
Thank you.
Shout out to my teammates for putting in the hard work and having a really good season for us. Shout out to Jailbait for making us put in the work to figure out how to take apart their drafts and get the win.
It was really good, and it was really good research done, because you definitely called that second game, and I would be mad if I was just like, all right, we're gonna do our secret super strat with our Vala, and it's just like, nope, well, we'll roll Soul Chin, and it was good, but it got countered there. The games are so much fun, Kylo Ships, and thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you further down in the next Scheming
Alright,
Series
thanks for the
season.
cast. We try to keep things interesting.
Yeah, you definitely do. I'll have to see you guys next time and see what you pull out that time.
Alright, good night.
Have a good one. Alrighty, everybody. Just first off, shout out to Stark. Thank you so much for the 10 subs. That is insane. Thank you. That's so insane. Also, thank you to Stark as well for the 12-month resub. Holy crap, thank you so much. 12 months of support, as well as Jinxie Cat for the 10 months of Tier 2 resub. I can't thank you both enough. As well as, once again, Stark, thank you so much for gifting all those subs to all the new friends. Half Note, Old McFat, Stark 4, so it's the second Stark, or I guess it's the fourth clone as I'm seeing in chat. Cawthon, Beantout, Balrog, Mr. Christie, Everseecam. I said that one wrong probably. Fragastellar and X-Ray. Thank you so much for the donation, the gifted subs to them, as well as Cawthon and Fragastellar. Thank you so much for the follows during that interview. Who's referred to? Cheddar Lots? What? Oh, Rexar and Jinxie, even my team can't pronounce my name. Well, Chesslitter, you can't say you're not allowed to say the name, because apparently on Twitch it's not allowed. Chef Smoother. But thank you so much for those subs and everything. Thank you so much to gillySharks for that interview. We're not done just yet. We're gonna go ahead and do a replay cast as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out to all of you what you want to do for replay cast. We've got Division A, B, C, and D. A lot of D games. I'll throw it out to you what you want to do. So yeah, while we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit more tea, because I'm just about out, and we'll have that for the upcoming replay games. I'm also just gonna go ahead and do this. It's the left side, isn't it? Okay. All right, so we'll just do Team 1 and Team 2 for now, as we're gonna get things set up. Let me restart my